Hello viewers. In today's video, we will discuss about changes in production possibility curve. Like what are the types of changes that can happen in the case of a PPC? There are mainly two types of changes. First is shift of PPC and second is rotation of PPC. So a PPC can either show a shift in it or a rotation. So, if there are two types of changes happening, there must be two kinds of reasons acting behind this. So, the first that is shift in PPC, it happens because of change in amount of resources. And the second, rotation of PPC, it happens because of change in the technological state of production. Shift can further be of two types. It can either shift to the right side, known as rightward shift, or it can move to the or shift to the left side, that is known as leftward shift. Rotation of PPC can either occur on x axis, y axis, or on both the axes. So here on screen there are two images, image A and image B. So if we study the graph A, commodity X has been plotted on X axis and commodity Y has been shown on Y axis. The production possibility curve denoted by AB is the original production possibility curve, which is made with the help of given amount of resources. Further, the amount of resources being used in the production process has been increased, and because of this increase in the amount of resources, the PPC is shifting from AB to A1B1, thus showing a rightward shift. So this image is showing rightward shift in PPC. Now in image B, in graph B, AB is again the original production possibility curve, and here A1B1 is the new production possibility curve, and the new production possibility curve has been shifted in the left direction. That means it is showing a leftward shift in PPC, and this is happening because of the decrease in amount of resources being used in the production process. So we conclude that when resources are being increased, PPC shifts to the right direction, and when resources are being decreased, PPC will move to the or shift to the left direction. So this was about shift in PPC. Now this is about rotation of production possibility curve, which happens because of change in the technological state of production. So here are three graphs A, B and C showing different situations of technological level. So in graph A, wheat good Y is denoted on Y axis and cloth as good X is denoted on X axis. So here the production possibility curve being denoted by AB is the original PPC, and further when the technique of production of cloth improves, the PPC rotates through X axis and it changes from AB to AB1. So here when the technology of good X, that is cloth, improves, it is very obvious that the number of units of cloth being produced will also increase. So here it is increasing from OB to OB1, thus showing an increment of BB1 in the production of good X, that is cloth. Moving towards graph B, here also AB is taken as the original PPC. In this case, the producer has improved the technology used for the production of good Y, that is wheat. That's why the PPC is being rotated through the Y axis, showing a change from AB to A1B. Here, the production of wheat has been increased from OA to OA1, showing an increment of gap that is being represented by AA1. Now moving towards the third graph, the graph C. Here also wheat is shown on y-axis and cloth is being shown on x-axis. AB is the original production possibility curve and A1, B1 is the new production possibility curve obtained. And this PPC has been obtained when the technology of both the commodities, that is wheat and cloth, has been improved simultaneously. So first the technology of cloth has been improved as such in graph A. Then the technology of good Y, that is wheat, has also been improved, that is shown in the graph B. So joining these two improvements in the technology of production of good wheat and good cloth, it is showing the PPC as A1B1. And this rotation on both the axis graph is as similar to the rightward shift in the PPC. So this was about rotation of production possibility curve, which happens due to change or improvement in the technological state of the commodity. Now let's move towards the features or properties of production possibility curve. So there are two important features of PPC. First, it slopes downward to the right. Means the PPC is a downward sloping curve because in order to increase the production of one commodity, we as a producer need to reduce the production of other commodity as resources are taken as constant. While studying the assumptions of production possibility curve, we have taken different assumptions like the amount of resources will be kept as constant, and we have also assumed that the resources are working at their full capacity. So until and unless we will increase the amount of resources, it's quite impossible to increase the number of units or the production. So if we need or if we want to increase the production of one commodity, we will definitely need to reduce the production of other commodity. So here resources can just be transferred from the production of good Y to the good X, and so the PPC is also known as transformation curve. The second property of production possibility curve is it is always concave to the origin, and it is because the marginal rate of substitution here follows an increasing trend. The marginal rate of substitution is calculated with the help of formula loss of units of good Y divided upon gain in units of good X. Symbolically, MRS XY is equal to delta Y upon delta X. So here marginal rate of substitution is generally the rate of transforming one commodity into another. So whenever you draw a schedule or make a schedule of production possibility curve, it will always show an increasing trend in the values of marginal rate of substitution. Means initially a producer needs to forego or sacrifice less units of good Y in order to increase the unit of production of good X by 1, and later he needs to forego or sacrifice more and more number of units of good Y in order to increase the production of good X by 1 unit. So the MRS, that is marginal rate of substitution, shows an increasing trend which makes the production possibility curve concave in shape. So in this video we have discussed the different types of changes, that is shift and rotation, happening in the case of production possibility curve and the reasons behind this. We also saw two main properties or features of production possibility curve. So thank you. Stay tuned.